Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Today we'll be reading from Canto 3, Chapter 12, verse 31. Again, Canto 3, Chapter 12, verse 31. So, yeah, okay. तेजयशमपि हे एतान् न सुश्लोक्यं जगद्गुरो यद्वृत्तम् अनुतिष्ठन् वै लोकक्षिमाय कल्पते तेजयसामपि हे एतान् न सुश्लोक्यं जगद्गुरो यद्व्रतम् अनुतिष्ठन् वै लोकक्षिमाय कल्पते. Word by word. Tejas Yasham, of the most powerful, Api also, he certainly, etat such an act, na, not suitable, Shushlokyam, good behavior, Jagad Guru, O spiritual master of the universe, Yath, whose, Vratam character, Anutishtan, following, Vai, certainly, Loka, the world, Shimaya, for prosperity, Kalpate, becomes eligible. Translation. Even though you are the most powerful being, this act does not suit you because your character is followed for spiritual improvement by people in general. Translation again. Even though you are the most powerful being, this act does not suit you because your character is followed for spiritual improvement by people in general. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. It is said that a supremely powerful living entity can do anything and everything he likes, and such acts do not affect him in any way. For example, the sun, the most powerful fiery planet in the universe, excuse me, can evaporate water from anywhere and still remain as powerful. The sun evaporates water from filthy places and yet is not affected with any quality, with the quality of the filth. Similarly, Brahma remains unimpeachable in all conditions. But still, since he is the spiritual master of all living entities, his behavior and character should be so ideal that people will follow such sublime behavior and derive the highest spiritual benefit. Therefore, he should not have acted as he did. Okay, so for everyone's context, today's again, a verse that we're reading from is Canto 3, chapter 12, verse 31. So this chapter is entitled Creation of the Kumaras and Others. That's what this chapter is entitled. So just for context, what's happening is Maitreya Muni is describing Brahma's creation to Vidura. There's a whole discussion been happening between Maitreya Muni and Vidura where he's describing the process of creation and what did Brahma exactly create. So this chapter, he's laying out exactly what Brahma created step by step to Vidura. So he talks about how Brahma created the four Kumaras, how Brahma created Rudra, and so on and so forth. He even mentions how Brahma created jealousy and even the bad qualities in this material world. Now, Brahma also created a daughter whose name was Vak. So Brahma created a daughter whose name was Vak. And after he created that daughter, Brahma himself became very attracted to her. He became very, very attracted to her and, and was thinking in a different way at that point. And so his sons, Brahma's sons that he has created, are condemning Brahma for feeling this way about his daughter, for having these kinds of emotions, this emotions of having attraction towards his own daughter. His sons are saying, Lord Brahma, what's happening here? What's going on? And so in context of this, that's what this verse is. The sons are telling Brahma, hey, even though you're the most powerful being, this act doesn't suit you. It doesn't suit your character because you're followed by everyone for spiritual improvement. This act of having attraction towards your own daughter, doesn't make sense, Lord Brahma. Everyone is looking at you. So his sons are condemning him for this behavior. And so in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that, technically Lord Krishna or the Lord is unimpeachable, meaning if he can do anything, but he cannot be, he's not punishable. And so in that similar vein, Lord Brahma is also unimpeachable. It's not like Lord Brahma will be removed from this position. But even then, even though that's the case, because he's the spiritual master of all the living entities, his behavior and character should be so ideal that people will follow such sublime behavior and derive the highest spiritual benefit. And so the purport Prabhupada is saying that even then he should not have sort of acted the way he did. So when I was reading this verse, it made me think of the difficult position a leader is put in. Uh, they when you're a leader, at your work or wherever it is, uh, you have to be the best of yourself because everyone is looking at you. Everyone is looking at your conduct, what you're saying, what you're doing. And there's not a moment a leader can step away from being at the highest position. Like, the leader can't say, hey, today I want to take a break and do whatever I want. So please ignore my actions today. The leader always has to be in the most powerful position, and especially when you're a spiritual leader, when everyone is following your actions and your qualities, it's even that much more important. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. Even if you turn away from Krishna consciousness, even for 1 second, Maya kicks you in the face, right? He always says that. So, and this is what his Brahma sons are saying, is that you are a leader and you cannot think like this for even a moment. So this verse made me think of the verse from Bhagavad Gita, verse 321, chapter 3, verse 21. This verse is Yad Yad Acharati Sheshtas Tad Tad Evataro Jana Yasayat Pramanam Parute Lokas Tad Anuvartate. This is the translation is, whatever action a great man performs, common men follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Meaning, whatever actions, whatever example a great person follows, everyone does follow. And so Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita also. And I thought it's very relatable to what the sons of Brahma are telling Brahma as well. So the purport of this verse in the Bhagavad Gita is, people in general always require a leader who can teach the public by practical behavior. A leader cannot teach the public to stop smoking if he himself smokes. Lord Chaitanya said that a teacher should behave properly before he begins teaching. One who teaches in that way is called Acharya, or the ideal teacher. Therefore, a teacher must follow the principles of Shastra, scripture, to teach the common man. The teacher cannot manufacture rules against the principles of revealed scriptures. The revealed scriptures, like Manu Samhita and others, similar others, are considered the standard books to be followed by human society. Thus, the leader's teaching should be based on the principles of such standard Shastras. One who desires to improve himself must follow the standard rules as they're practiced by the great teachers. The Srimad Bhagavatam also affirms that one should follow in the footsteps of great devotees, and that is the way of progress in the path of spiritual realization. The king or the executive head of state, the father, and the school teacher are all considered to be natural leaders of the innocent people in general. All such natural leaders have a great responsibility to their dependents. Therefore, they should be conversant with standard books of moral and spiritual codes. Okay, so in this verse, Srila Prabhupada, is further explaining the qualities of a leader. And one thing that he continuously repeats in this purport is that the leader must follow the principles of Shastra and read Shastra and learn from Shastra. And so all this was to say and to connect was the sons of Brahma are condemning Lord Brahma for um, acting out of line by having attraction for his daughter. And I just wanted to connect to what the qualities of a leader are, which are, as a leader, if you have to keep referring to Shastra and reading from Shastra, that protects you from taking a break from being a leader or taking different actions. And so I just wanted to connect uh, those 2 points: the importance of reading Shastra and um, learning from Shastra, because that is what ultimately teaches us and protects us from any downfall. And um, this, also made me think of the various examples in our scripture of leaders who are followed by Shastra. And a great example of that is Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yudhishthira Maharaj was known to follow to do everything only by dharma. If anything sort of was against that, against dharma, he couldn't do it. He was very, very particular about following by what dharma would say. And that was according to Shastra. Dharma was defined according to Shastra. Another very ideal leader was Lord Ram. Uh, with Lord Ram, he made sure the subjects of the city of his kingdom were always following the teachings of 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 Krishna, and so he was very particular about that, and would be conversant in that sort of knowledge. So those are two immediate scriptural examples that come to my mind in terms of being exemplary leaders and always reading and defining or always reading and going by Shastra specifically. So that's what this um, section really entails, this verse in Bhagavatam where Lord Brahma's sons are condemning for this act. Um, those are the main points I wanted to cover today. I didn't have more than that to share, but if there's any comments or thoughts from devotees online, please do share. Okay. Hare Krishna devotees, we can end here. Thank you. Very well.